So, while we are trying to wait to stream to YouTube, let me just.
Have you seen the new document there?
Yeah, I saw it. 23 pages. While we are trying to wait to stream to YouTube. Okay. So I think we are live now. Let's just copy the link. Yeah, I saw it. 23 pages. While we are trying to wait. So you guys, please try as much as well to like invite other people to join. So I'm going to drop it in the chat. Just copy the. So I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Please invite as much people to the live stream as possible. We're also going to be live streaming to TikTok in a couple of
How about
weeks. We are not starting now. Just in a couple of weeks, we are going to be live streaming to TikTok. We'll be doing like maybe 1 hour live on the weekends like this, where people can ask their questions during our live, and we are going to be exploring that. But again, it's still like in the works for that. We are trying to like account for the logistics for all of those things. So again, we are still trying to also think about whether we should make it public to people or just only to people in Fremont Dojo. So Nikki will give you the other details. Okay, so guys, it's nice to meet you again here again. And today we are going to be discussing something very close to heart and something that is going to literally change your life. Um I know I've been hyping this moment for a couple of people, but again, it's going to be very, very short, funny enough, but it's something that I think people already know about, but people have not seen it in this way before. Like we are now in the era of AI, and everybody is trying to force AI. Like people are thinking whenever they have ideas, right? They think about AIs in terms of, oh, okay, what can I apply AI to? So today we are going to be learning not to think about that, but instead is how can we make AI to do our bidding? Okay, very important. How can we make AI to do our bidding? Guys, please give me a second. One moment while I share my screen.
fuck, bro?
Okay, so now how can we make AI to do our bidding? Uh so let me share my screen, show my face.
Oh,
Okay, can everybody hear me now? Please, if you can hear me, drop a comment in the chat or post something in the YouTube section, and I'll be sure to look at it. You can see my screen, and we can get a move on. Can everybody see my screen? Nobody
yeah, I can
saying
see your
anything.
screen.
Yes, we can.
Okay, good. Let me take out a new browser. Just a moment. Okay, so first thing first, let's call it draw. So I like this whiteboard because like I don't have to set up anything. I just start. So that's it. So I'm just gonna pick my text to now and then we start. So today we are discussing prototyping your idea with AI. So now we're in, according to Sam Altman, this is like just basically last week, right? He said that we're in the idea of we're in the era of the idea guy. So I want to congratulate Nikki, please mute your mic. I want to congratulate those who are idea people, basically, or if you're the idea guy, right? Because we're in the era of the idea guy. But now, have you ever felt like you have an idea, but you don't know how to like explain it, right? Or you don't know how to like visualize it easily, okay? And many of us here now, especially in this Zoom class now, we are all coming from like a background knowledge. Some of us have like a solid background knowledge of design. Some of us do not have, and then some of us are just starting, and some of us are like very solid in design, right? So, but I'm going to take it like one by one because people that like have solid ideas may feel like, oh, this is a very boring stuff because I didn't know it. But again, just bear with me. We'll all catch up to a senior level very quickly. Okay, so we're trying to prototype your idea with AI. The question is, what is your idea? Right? Very big question mark is what is your idea and why is your idea relevant? So I've seen way too many people come with the idea of say that, oh, we should always start with the idea first. Let's just build something and then they will come. Because I've heard the saying too many times when we say build it, they will come. Build it, they will not come. The only thing that will make them come is number one is what? If they know about it. Okay? And number two, does it get the job done? Now, and this is where like we are trying to I'm trying to like give you like a context, right? To see why this topic is very relevant. Prototyping your idea with AI is number one. If they know about it, obviously they will come, right? And number two, does it get the job done? Then they will come. But if you miss any of this mark, if you miss any of this mark, like literally you miss any of this mark, then what will happen? They will never come. They will never come. Like literally, they will never come. So what that means for you is that in order for you to make them to come, you have to always see to it that what you get these two things right. But now, how do you get these two things right? You need to create a what? You need to create a prototype. You need to what? Create a prototype. Now, why do we create a prototype? Because I said that I just give a direct answer that, oh, how do you get this done? You need to create a prototype. But why is a prototype important? Why are we not creating something else apart from a prototype? Now, a prototype, let's quickly look at the advantages of a prototype, okay? Is it helps your users to see quickly how it looks and how it feels. Okay? It may not be the total thing, but it gives you an idea of how it looks and how it feels, right? And examples of prototypes are maybe your dummy phones. If you remember all these dummy phones that we used to use when we were kids, like it gives an idea of, oh, this is how it's going to look like in the real scene, or this is how it can feel like in the real scene. Okay. And there's a lot of different prototypes out there that relates to different things, from cars, from creation of cars and so on and so forth, right? So we create these prototypes so that we're able to get this out there quickly in the hands of users. Because again, if you have an idea and you want people to use your idea, right? Depending on whatever it is, you want people to use whatever you are trying to create. Okay, you have to come up with something very simple and very basic, right? And a typical example is the first iPhone. When it came out, was very, very bad compared to what we have right now. That is, everything is looking polished and Apple is like the best brand in the whole world. Okay. But before that time now, what did they do? They came up with an early prototype. It wasn't the best, but it sold the idea. And so meaning that the essence of your prototype is to what? Is to sell the idea. Right? Now, what tool are we going to use to sell that idea? Is by what? Using AI to create visual concepts. Okay. Now, I want everybody. I'm going to drop a my referral link right now. If once you join my referral link, like literally right now, you have unlimited access to creating anything. So if you have had an idea before, write it down. And I want you to quickly go to ChatGPT or use Perplexity to write down your idea. Like I want you guys to do it. I'm not going to ask for anybody to share their screen, but like I just want you guys to do it. And then at the end of the class, we are going to send just basic screenshot of what we did. Okay. So just head over to this website right now. Both not new. Let me get my referral link. Just a moment. Now I'm going to drop in the chat for those that want to join. Oh, I need to sign in with GitHub. Give me a second. So in the chat now, everybody can join this link. So if you are watching this video other than today, into like maybe into the new week, right? Please, you can still join the link. You are going to get free tokens to use, just that you will not be able to use what's it called? You will not get unlimited stuff, right? So people that are on the Zoom will be able to get the unlimited, like literally right now. So, but I'm still going to drop it there. You can join, but you just get free tokens. You won't get unlimited. So that's the link for you guys. So you can click on those link, and then we are going to try and come up with an idea very quickly. Okay. Where's it? Where's it? How do you make comments here? Okay, Nick, can you hear me post the comments in the live section? Okay, I've seen it. So I posted the comment there also on YouTube for people on YouTube to be able to have access to it, right? So now, how do we what tools do we use to create visual concept? So we are going to use AI, and then AI now, there are AI companies that decided that have created tools that we can use to create our visual concept, right? So one of them is what is Boat, Boat.new, Boat.new. Another is Lovable, Lovable. Another is Rock. So this one is very good for mobile designs, basically. If you are trying to build a mobile prototype, okay. So Boat.new, Lovable, Rock, Canva, yes. Canva also has it. Uh, Canva, there's a lot. Then the ones that are more difficult to work with, Cursor, Cloud Code, Gemini CLI, Gemini CLI. They are more difficult. Like you have to have a certain level of technical knowledge, right? So what I always advise people is that start with this first. Okay, they will give you free tokens that you can use to start with, and then you can before you can switch over to like Cursor, Cloud Code, Gemini CLI. Okay. For example, now I'm using, but the problem with Cloud Code is that if you want to enjoy it, you have to subscribe to like the $100 or the $200 max plan. Initially, I was using the $20 max plan, but it wasn't getting the result I wanted. So because again, I am very, very lazy. And when I mean I'm very lazy, I don't mean like I don't work. No, I use AI to do some of my tasks for me. So for example, with this Cloud Code now, I can literally be hands off. All I just need to do is I have a computer I bought online. Okay. That computer I bought online is connected to my computer in my house. So from my phone, I'm just going to send a voice note to the computer that is online. That one is going to instruct my computer at home, and then it will start performing the task. So I could literally be outside and be working. Even if I want to design the same thing. So it was before that I have to like be pushing pixels inside Figma. I don't do that again anymore. I still do it. So for like refinement, because sometimes it's not every time that it's not everything you'll be able to explain very well, right? So what I do instead is sometimes I just take screenshots. As I go online, take screenshots from my phone and then I send, and then it goes through that journey. Again, some of these things raise my prices, but it saved me a lot of time because the computer I'm paying for online, I think it's about like another extra $30 every month just to have that computer there. Do that one simple trick for me. I know some people may call it expensive, but me, it saves me a lot of time and I'm willing to pay for it. Okay. So now that's that about that. Like I said, if you joined last week, Lovable was 100% free for 2 days. I think 100% free for 2 days, but I think this time around it's both of you that is like literally 100% free. But again, apart from that, you also still get free tokens every day to build. So just that again, if you get stuck, you have to wait till the next day. Rock to start with is free, but if you want to get most out of it, you have to pay $20 to continue. And Canva, if you're using the Canva Pro, you are good to go. You can create unlimited designs as much as you want, right? With this. So now some of us may be wondering that, oh, how does this relate to me? If you're an idea person and your idea relates to something digital, that is what we are going to be focusing on. Because some people may be wondering that, oh, this course is looking like, oh, it's for everybody, everybody moving it. No, I'm focusing majorly on people who are doing digital designs, okay, digital applications basically. um so now you have this already. So your visual concept could be like a e-commerce website. Your idea could be like an e-commerce website. Your idea could be something around fintech. Your idea could be something around entertainment. Okay. Your idea could be something around content creation. All right. So you can have any much idea. So you guys, I want you to start dropping comments on the YouTube chats. Tell me what your idea is, and then I'm going to pick one idea, and then we can create it together. Okay. So again, like I said, this video is not going to be more than 1 hour because I will just take one particular feature and do it. Okay. So now, if you don't want to, if you lose out on all of this and you don't want to pay, you still don't want to pay. Google There's Google Gemini standalone. Now, let me come over here. There's Google Gemini. This one you have to pay. But here's the hack. What you need to do is search for online. I'm going to do it in front of you now. But again, search for Google AI Studio. This one is 100% free. Like literally 100% free. Google AI Studio. Okay. With this Google AI Studio, you can create unlimited designs. And know the interesting part. Unlike Cloud Code, that when you get to, okay, maybe I will explain. Unlike Cloud Code, after a while, it will just tell you that it has memory loss. I'm not joking. It will tell you there's memory loss. I know it's funny, but it will tell you there's memory loss. Okay. And then, but is it Gemini CLI and this Google AI Studio? They are both 100% free, like literally 100% free. The only reason why I use Cloud Code is that it has more functionality compared to Gemini CLI. And what I use Gemini CLI for is very funny. Gemini CLI can remember things. So what I always do is that I tell Cloud Code to tell Gemini CLI everything I've been doing so far, right? And then I also tell Gemini CLI to remember my entire code base, all the code, everything I've written, and all my files. So Gemini CLI remember. So anytime Cloud Code forgets, Gemini CLI will like, bros, remember. I think you missed something here. Okay. So that is what that one is doing. And for those that were asking me that who is Sam Altman? Sam Altman is the CEO of OpenAI. OpenAI is a company that has ChatGPT. So Sam Altman is literally the owner of ChatGPT. Okay. I hope that makes sense. So now let me go back to the Zoom chat. Any questions here so far? Or have I lost everybody? Okay, no questions. So let's move forward. So nobody has dropped their idea. So everybody on this group does not have any idea. No idea at all. All right, no problem. Let me pick a random idea. Okay, so I'm going to use Perplexity. to generate a random idea. All right. So it should take up like 3 to 5 minutes or less than that. Okay. Hello Perplexity. What I need you to do for me today is to help me figure out ideas I can quickly simply build to show the power of AI. Can you make a few suggestions for me? Nothing more than 5. Okay. So now I'm going to hit send, and then it's going to write out the list. So again, this is what we call another word, vibe coding, right? And then here now we have this AI chatbot, handwritten digit recognition, image classification app, sentiment analysis to rock paper scissors AI game. Okay, so let's just pick the first one and do. So how do we build an AI chatbot like ChatGPT very quickly? All right. So what I'm going to simply do is I'm going to come over here, right? I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to be, so for the purpose of this class, I'm going to be using Gemini, Google AI Studio. Remember I told you that we're going to search for Google AI Studio. So you can go to Google or use Perplexity. I like Perplexity because it's my go-to tool, but again, because I already have Google AI Studio, I use it a lot. I'm just going to click on search, and then once you search for Google AI Studio, right, you can see it's Google AI Studio. So if you don't have an account, or you just need to have a Gmail account. And now here's the hack. Do you know that if you are stuck in a particular tutorial, or let's say you are doing a design and you need feedback, instead of calling me to come and give you feedback, you can switch over in this Gemini Studio. Come over to stream, and then I can click on share screen, and I can share my screen. Okay. And then now I don't know if you guys can hear me, but it can be like, hi, Gemini, how are you today?
Hello there. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. How can I help you today?
Okay, so I'm trying to teach a class and I need a co-pilot. Will you be happy to help me?
Yes, I'd be happy to help you as your co-pilot. What kind of class are you teaching?
So I'm teaching a class on Zoom, and I'm also sharing my screen with people on YouTube. So I'm trying to pick an idea around AI chatbot. Is that something we can quickly prototype so that they can show it so that they can play with it?
Yes, absolutely. We can create a simple AI chatbot prototype. What kind of functionality are you thinking of for it?
So something very simple. We are going to leverage Gemini Studio as the API, but again, we have to go through like a step-by-step process. So to show them that it's very easy to prototype with AI thinking. So now I'm going to transfer my teaching from myself to the AI to teach you for just a few seconds, and then we are going to be collaborating. Does that make sense? So now, Gemini, I want you to like break it down for them so that they're able to see the steps that we're going to follow in order to like prototype out this idea in a very simple format.
Understood. I can definitely guide you through the steps to create a simple AI chatbot prototype using Gemini Studio. First, you'll need to access Gemini Studio. Then, you can define the basic interactions and capabilities of your chatbot. After that, you can configure the chatbot's responses and test its functionality. Finally, you can share the prototype with your students. Does that sound like a good plan?
That's perfect. So you guys, you can see now that I'm talking to Gemini here. So sometimes I can even be on the road and I forgot something. I can tell Gemini, for example, today now, when I was designing my screens, right? I was trying to look for, oh, what's the missing screen in all of these designs, right? I just shared my screen, told you, oh, what's the missing screen in all of these designs? I said, okay, you missed this, you missed that, you missed this, you missed this, you missed that, right? So this is literally my personal assistant at 100% free. Literally 100% free. So that I said that this guy is going to be very interesting because like a lot of people do not know the things they can do with this stuff. You can even create a content for Gemini and say, Gemini, please, I want you to take a look at this content, and Gemini will analyze the content and do some even amazing stuff. Okay, but again, I'm not going to give all the functionalities that Gemini can do in this class. Okay, because we just want to prototype an idea. Okay, so now Gemini, over to you. I want to work on a detailed plan, right? So we have to go for the first step. So can we have the steps in bullet list so that you can see it?
Okay, here's a possible plan for your product presentation. First, introduce the product and explain what it does. Then, highlight the key features and benefits. After that, show a demonstration of the product in action. Next, discuss the target audience and how the product solves their problems.
Okay.
Finally, conclude with a strong call to action.
Okay. So now you guys, there's a functionality here called grounding with Google search, right? Because I'm very lazy, I'm going to click on this grounding with Google search, but it doesn't work with Gemini Studio at this time. Like it doesn't work because it doesn't work with Gemini Studio at this time. So I usually use it a lot, this grounding with Google search. So when I want to do like anything analysis, Google search, or I'm doing a design and I want to identify whether they are competitors or they are designs that looks like this that I've already worked on. All I just need to do is click on grounding with Google search and tell it to look for designs that look like this. Do you understand? So right now, this stream real time cannot do that. Okay, but you can see the way we are flowing. As I'm talking to you, it's not interrupting me. It only interrupts me when I tell it to do so. Do you understand? And I remember when I started using this stuff, like it was always interrupting, but now it knows when to listen, it knows when to reply you, it knows what to say and what not to say. Okay, so remember when I said like, oh, we are going to have a bullet list and everything. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to Gemini and ask it now. So Gemini, over to you now. I want to ask you this question. So we want to design this chatbot, right? So what are the elements or task lists we need to identify for us to be able to build an AI chatbot? So I want you to think of it from the interface standpoint.
Okay, designing an AI chatbot with a good interface involves a few key elements. You'll need a clear conversational flow, user friendly input methods, and clear ways to display responses. Also, include features like options for users to ask for help or steer the conversation. Visual elements like buttons or quick replies can also make it easier for people to use.
Okay, that's awesome. So now, can you design that prototype for me? And while you are trying to design the prototype, please, I just need it very simple because I am not a coder. So I need something that is very simple, and then you can explain to me exactly how I can preview it. Thank you.
Sure, I can create a simple prototype idea for you. Imagine a basic chat window with a text input field at the bottom where you can type your messages. Above that, there's a conversation history where the chatbot's responses and your messages appear in order. You could also have some simple buttons of common questions or a help button. To preview it, you could use a simple HTML file to create the layout and use a bit of JavaScript to simulate the chat functionality.
I'm sorry, but remember I said I'm not a coder. What is a simple HTML file and what is a bit of JavaScript?
My apologies. Let's break it down. A simple HTML file is basically like a blueprint for a web page. It tells the browser where the text, images, and other elements should go on the screen. And a bit of JavaScript is like some simple instructions that make the page interactive. For example, it can make the buttons work or display messages when you type something. You don't need to be an expert to use these basic ideas.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that for me to show this prototype now, I need to have an HTML file and a bit of JavaScript in it. Is that it?
Yes, that's right. You
Okay,
would need
thank
a
you.
simple.
Now, can you see now that immediately I said, okay, thank you, just stopped because he knew exactly that now I want to take over the conversation. Do you see it now? So now I'm going to go ahead to say, okay, now, Gemini, I need you to do this, that. So now, what Gemini is telling you already is that for us to create basic prototype, we need what? HTML for us to be able to preview it. Okay, and now we also need a bit of JavaScript to preview it. Okay, now I'm going to go back to go and meet Gemini, and I'm going to tell it what I need it to do. Now, Gemini, this is over to you now. I need you to write a detailed code of the HTML file with the JavaScript and the CSS file. But before that, I want you to hold on a minute. Now, you see the CSS file. The CSS file is also known as cascading styling sheet. And the reason why we do it is because it is what we use to style our building. So let's think of it like this. HTML is the building, but the building now has it's just like a full foundation and a building, but it has no finishing. So that means we've not plastered it, we've not made it look smooth, right? So CSS is that element that we use to now make it look smooth, make it look beautiful and solid, right? So just think of it like this, like HTML is the structure, CSS is what makes it look beautiful, and JavaScript is what makes it functional. Okay, so now, Gemini, please, can you create that in just a single file so that I don't have to copy multiple files? I just want just one single file, okay, to have our prototype.
Yes, I can definitely create a single file for your prototype. It will include the HTML structure, the CSS for styling, and the JavaScript for the interactivity, all in one place. This will make it much easier to preview and share. I'll put it all together for you.
Okay, so can you write it out? Because I'm waiting.
Sure, what would you like me to write?
The HTML file, CSS, and JavaScript for the AI chatbot.
Okay, I can help you with that. I can provide the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript code for a basic AI chatbot interface. What kind of functionality are you looking for in the chatbot?
Think of the best functionalities that should be in a chatbot for a prototype, right? And then write it out. Gemini, did you hear what I said? Did you get my instruction, or do you want me to go over it again?
Yes, I got your instruction. You want the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript code for an AI chatbot interface. I'm preparing the code now. Is there any specific design or feature you have in mind?
No, I'm just brainstorming here, right? So I want you to think of the best practices for a AI conversational chatbot and let that be your set of features.
All right, I can generate the code based on best practices for a basic AI chatbot. This will include a simple chat interface with an input field for messages and a display area for the conversation. I'll also include some basic JavaScript for sending and receiving messages. Should I proceed with that?
Yes, please.
Okay, here's the basic code for a chatbot interface. First, for the HTML structure, you'll need a container div, a message display area, and an input field with a send button. Then, for the CSS, you can style the chat window, message bubbles, and input area to make it visually appealing. Finally, the JavaScript will handle sending messages, receiving responses, and updating the chat interface dynamically. Would you like me to provide the specific code snippets for each part?
No, don't worry. Thank you so much. Bye. So now I just stop it there, right? So now that I have this, now I'm done brainstorming with the chatbot. Now I'm going to copy all of this like so. Okay, I'm going to come over to chat here now, and then I'll paste it here. And why? Because what that one does is it allows you to just talk and brainstorm and research on things. But when it comes to like writing code now, I don't want to be hearing too much story. So I just want this, right? So I'm just going to click on send. And before I hit send now, when you are talking to AI, you always have to give it a role. So you are a senior developer. Very important. A senior developer. Your task is to build a functional chatbot. Okay, make sure I can interact with the chatbot and make sure it is connected to Gemini AI. Okay, so now before I hit send, there's something I need to quickly teach you. So there's something we call API, right? API is known as application package interface. And what does it do? What it does is that it is actually the bridge between two buildings. So what does that mean? Think of it like this. You have building one on your left hand side, on your left hand, and then you have building two on your right hand side. Now, there is no way in which these two can communicate with each other. Okay? So there have to be a bridge that you have to create for the two buildings to be able to communicate with each other, right? So that bridge is what we call what? API. So now, why am I saying this? Is that Gemini AI is a building. Our chatbot interface is another building, but there's no way they can speak with each other. So we need to leverage the Gemini AI bridge, because again, the buildings may have a bridge or they may not have. In our own case, our building does not have a bridge, but there's no scenario in which your building will not have a bridge. It will always have. So, but in this case, in our prototype, we are not doing that. We are just using what? We are just using the Gemini bridge, right? So, and the Gemini bridge is the API, and that API now always have an API key. Okay, now this API key, think about it like, when you want to enter a door, and you want to make sure that not everybody enters through that door, you must have your key, right? And you have a lock, and then you'll be able to open the door or close it. So now think about it like this. Now you don't want everybody to pass through that bridge, right? You only want to be the only person to be able to pass through that bridge, because if everybody pass through that same bridge as you are going to pay for every time you cross through that bridge. You are going to pay for it. Think of it like a toll gate, right? So every time somebody pass through that bridge, you are going to pay for it. Now, because Gemini AI is free, and the key that they offer, if you get the API key, if you look on the top right here, we have an understanding of what API is now. That is a bridge, right? So, and we have to get that key from Gemini and use it in our platform, right? So for the purpose of this class, I will stop sharing my screen because I don't want, or maybe I will create another API key, then I will delete it immediately after the class. Okay, because again, I don't want everybody to be using my API key and then Google will now block me from using the platform. So I'll just do that now. So I'm going to click on get API key, and immediately I click on get API key, you can see that I have a couple of keys here already. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to create a new key like this, and then it's going to ask me to select a project. So I already have a couple of projects I'm working on. So I'm going to just pick one, and then I can say create an API key in the existing project, right? So again, if you want to have, if you have not created any project before, it's another journey entirely, but it's very straightforward. It will always pick like a random project, like my first project for you. It will just create a random project for you, okay? So you don't need to like stress yourself. So I'm just going to pick my first project and then just create an API key. It's going to generate that API key right now, and then once it's done, I'm going to copy it and close it, okay? So then I will go back to the previous page. So let me go back to the previous page. And this is the problem, is that something I forgot is that anytime you copy and paste like that, you will lose your charts. Okay, again, it's free. So these are the things that you're going to pay for. So what I can do is, and remember, even if I go back to the stream, I've lost that chart already, which is very, very painful. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to paste this here, and I'll say, please create an AI chatbot. Okay. Prototype in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Please don't forget this. I'm typing here, and JavaScript. Please, you can say I'm always using please remember to use remember to keep it simple and in only one file. Because, and again, why I'm saying only one file, because sometimes it's generate multiple files, and I don't want that. I just want one single file, okay? And in only one file. I want it to be functional and connect it to the Gemini API. Can you see now? The Gemini API chatbot API that will enable my prototype to be functional. Okay, the API key is above. All right, and then once you're done with that, you click on send. Okay, it's going to build everything, connect all the right things. Normally it's supposed to install like a couple of features and everything, but because again it's prototype, so it may not totally work. But again, this I'm doing right now, I just want to show you like it's as basic and as possible as this, right? That you can do to create something really, really amazing, like literally amazing with AI. So you can see that it's saying it's developing, doing all the necessary API calls and everything. It said, of course, you are sharing your, and you can see, do you see it here? It's warning me. Seriously, say anyone who sees this key will use your Google AI account, and they can use your free quota and potentially run up large bills on your account if you have billing enabled. And me now, I have billing enabled, right? But again, I have been enabled because I use it for also live works. So immediately I'm done with this and say never ever paste your API key directly in your client side of code. Never. But under no circumstance, I can see it's even warning me to see how smart this AI is, right? And then you can see here it has kept the key in this place. Say important. It say replace your new key in this place. All right. But other than that, I think we are good to go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to copy I'm going to copy this and go to a website I used to use to prototype my HTML file, because again you have to have an HTML viewer. So you can just search on Google, just search for HTML viewer. All right, click on send and then you go online. Now I can paste it here and immediately I have my chatbot here. Okay, but it's not going to work when I click on send. It says sorry, I am having trouble connecting to the API, right? So now I'm going to come over here, go back to the beginning. All right, I'm going to copy this and paste it in that section. So where I'm supposed to put my API key. Give me a second here. All right, so hit save and now we are good to go. Okay, so now let's start. Hello. Okay, sorry, still saying sorry, I'm having problem connecting. Why is it having problem now? Should not have any problem yet. Oh, okay, key should goes to. Let me replace this one directly. Yeah, should not have problem with that at all. Okay, so it's not a problem with that, but you can see that as I'm typing and I'm sending this, right, is responding, and you can even see the photo animation in this place, which I did not even specify. So for me to fix all of this now, I'm going to copy it and go over to Cursor, because I know there are a couple of issues that I need to fix. So, but first thing first, I can always go back to Google Gemini, right? Go back to the charts in Google Gemini. Again, I've lost it. So I'm going to paste it here. So again, I will now instruct you that this is a demo class. So I'll say this is a demo class. This is a demo class that I have. So don't delete the API key. As soon as I am done, then I will delete it myself. But I want you to figure out why it is not connecting to Gemini. All right. Now again, do you see this called grounding with search? I'm going to click on that and then click on send. So now it's going to go online to go and read the Google documentation and figure it out. Okay. So remember I said that initially that it may not work, right? Because I know there are some other things I'm supposed to download on my system. But again, it's going to figure it out now. So it's saying here that now it said here is the corrected API URL that is supposed to be this thing. Okay, so now can you, because again I'm feeling lazy and I don't want to change anything, can you rewrite the entire code correctly this time and make it look fancier? Sometimes I can go to Dribble again and look for like trending chatbot. So let me just look for like chatbot. Okay, so you can go to Dribble, search for chatbots. You see different types of chatbot, but I think I like this one. Is eye catching. This one is eye catching. It looks good for presentation, right? And the funniest thing is, if it's a video, you can literally just save video as. Okay, then you can download it. Let me put it in my temp files, right? Then I can come back to to Google AI Studio and then also add it in the attachments. So upload file. Let me just drag and drop it. Downloads. Where's downloads here? Okay. Stream Finder. One moment, guys. So I'm just going to drag and drop it into the chat like so. Okay, so you can see now I'm uploading that video. Okay, so now you can write the entire code base correctly and make it look fancier. See video for inspiration. So again, when you drag a video like that, so meaning that you can instruct it via video, you can instruct it via image, you can instruct it via image, you can instruct it to with voice, right? Just upload any form of attachment. It's going to take everything. And that's why this Google AI Studio is what we call a multimodal studio, whereby it can take multimodal large language model, whereby it can take different types of input options, right? And these things are not very simple, but again, it's Google, so they're able to afford all of this. So the file is a little bit too big. It's about 20 MB, so it's going to take a while, because what it's trying to do now is that it's going to first like download it into their servers, and then it's now going to start extracting all the images inside the video one after the other. And then when it's done extracting all the images inside the video, it will now send it back to the Google AI Studio itself. Yes, so I can take questions now. Grow designer, you can mute your mic.
Hello, sir. Confirm you can hear me, sir.
I can hear you.
Yeah. What a wonderful session we're having so far. Sorry, I wanted to confirm something. You, after you were done with your code, you took it to HTML Online Viewer. Is it your API you took there, or is your code, your HTML CSS code you take to HTML Online Viewer, or is the API?
No, I took everything to the HTML Online Viewer, because the HTML Online Viewer is going to view the entire HTML file. You can see it's very, very long. So the HTML file has the JavaScript. The JavaScript is very important, because it's the JavaScript that makes it functional. Without the JavaScript, it's not be functional. And then this is the CSS here, this style. So CSS is known as style, right? And then this entire body is the HTML file. Okay, so you can have what we call inline styling. Inline styling is when you put your HTML, your what's it called, your CSS style directly inside the file. Okay, but the JavaScript can stay. Sometimes some people will just put, like, you can put all of these JavaScript elements, you can put them in another file, but because I wanted to merge them together, that is why um I put them here. Because the problem with HTML viewer is that you cannot view multiple files. You can only view one file. So because of that, now I now made everything there. So when I'm designing, I only design screen by screen, and then I put it here like this, and I view the screen. Do I like it? Yes. Okay. And then if I'm very comfortable with it, then I can move on. So let's see whether it is done uploading. Okay, it's not yet done uploading. So, and I cannot wait. So let me go back to Dribble, and instead I'm just going to right click, copy video frame. So this video frame is not good. Let's see, open up first. So let's copy the video frame. Okay, let's come back to this place, paste it here. Oh, you copied the whole video. What did I click on? Yeah, so that's the video frame, right? So see image for inspiration. So sometimes what I used to do is I remember now, sometimes I used to like compress this video content, right? So but I'm going to just erase it, right? So and then I'll hit send. Okay, and so giving it inspirations like this to also like guide it to do amazing stuff. So let's see. Mm, mm, mm. And again, you can experiment with others. So there are so much AI models, right? So I don't know that if you've tried to like switch out models in ChatGPT before, between like maybe 4.0 to 0.3, 0.2, 0.1, that kind of thing. So you can do the same thing here too. So if I go back to like ChatGPT, but I don't think it's available for every. Oh, it's not available on the free version. Let me see. I can't even click this, which is weird. So, but like normally you can be able to like switch out the AI models between different version types because different versions have different capability. Okay. So based on the capability, that's what we determine what we will use, right? So let's come back here, and I think everything is looking good now. So this is how you know it's done, is HTML as the result, right? So I'm just going to copy that, and then I'm going to come over back here, and then here, paste this in. I can see it looks a lot nicer immediately, right? Just from inspiration alone. So hi. Okay, so sorry, I hit a snag, blah blah blah, error, this that. Let me come over to this point here. So we have the API key here. So where is the API key spelled out? So give me a second. API key. Okay. So I'm just going to take a screenshot and then I'm going to paste it here. So this back and forth is normal. See. Okay. So very straightforward English. Like you just like you're interacting with someone. Okay. So but if I try this this time again once more and it doesn't work, I'll just switch over to the page Gemini so you guys can see it. So mind you, I'm using grounding with search. The reason is because sometimes the code base may not know the actual names to call. Because right now I can see it said right now it's trying to call this table model that is not able to find this V1 beta stuff, right? It's no longer used for V1 beta API. So it's trying to like figure it out and give me a new set. So let's try this one. Hopefully it works. Okay, so I'm going to copy this again and try it. If it doesn't work right now, I will switch over to the paid ones. But again, you already see that with this now you can create like very quick prototypes at no stress at all. Okay, so it's not working. So let me just switch over to the paid version. Gemini. So this is gemini.google.com, right? And I'll say fix API issues. So this is going to like figure it out very quickly. Why this is not working? So I don't. But let me say it is correct. So I'm not paying for Google Gemini, so I think that is why it is not working. Okay, let me switch over to the final version. So Google Gemini is not working for me. Let me just switch over to Bolt, right? Bolt is free, like I said. So let me just log in quickly with Bolt. So I'm going to switch my browser. Just one moment. Let me see. So because again, I'm trying to make it as basic as possible because if I start opening the terminal for this thing may be a little bit complex for us. So that's why. So what I want to do is I want you to build out this prototype. Okay. So one moment. HTML viewer. So I'm literally just copying everything. Control A, Control C, or Command A and Command C to copy and to paste. Okay. And then I'm going to click on send. So the problem I have with both is that it doesn't usually write with basic HTML and CSS. Instead, it writes with a JavaScript framework. Okay, I don't want to go into like explaining what frameworks are and why they are important, but again, it is the way they have been trained. a bit the way both has been trained to figure things out like this. So many times what I do is, you can see it's trying to now install some things already, right? So these things that it's trying to install, normally when we're doing all of those things, we do not need to install them. So if you are working with Cursor, for example, some of these things you have to do by yourself, right? But if you are working with Cloud Code, and let me show you a snippet of my code. Okay, so if you are working with Cloud Code now, you cannot work with Cloud Code standalone. You need like maybe to use your terminal or use your, so for those that wonder what is a terminal, this is a terminal here. These are your terminal looks like. Basically this. Okay, and I have another AI called Goose that I actually talk to, right? So for example, if I'm looking for something on my system, I can just, okay, like today I'll say, okay, what's the time? What is the time? Okay, it will think about it, tell me the time. How can I find the latest news happening in Nigeria, right? Again, it doesn't have access to internet, so it may not give me the full details, but what it's giving me right now is just what it knows, at what has been trained on. Okay, so and you can see here example: Premium Time, Vanguard, The Nation, and so on and so forth. So but again, I use this one specifically on my system, and this is the actual tool I usually use on the other platform to be able to speak to the two groups. So the one on my side and the other one there can actually talk to each other back and forth. Then again, this is what Gemini CLI look like. So I have Goose, I have Gemini CLI. So I can call Gemini directly. Again, this one now have access to the internet. Again, but again, it takes time before it loads. Let me open another one again. So sometimes like, and if you're not careful with this thing, it's using a lot of memory. So you have to be very, very careful. So I have Claude too, right? What's happening with Claude today? Okay, so apparently the code is open somewhere else, so I cannot use. So it should work now. Okay. So this is Claude here. So this is Gemini here now, right? I'll say again, tell me, do a web search and give me 3 updates about Nigeria as of today. Okay, so I'm going to send it over, and then this one have access to the internet, so it's going to do a Google search. Can you see Google search searching the web for Nigerian news today, right? And then I have this now. So now you can see our boat is already looking nice and clean. So okay, what can we ask? Tell me about 5 books to improve my UX design process. Send. Okay, so right now I say I eat a snack. So this one is going to try to attempt to fix it. Okay, so when I click on attempt to fix, it's going to try and figure out what the issue is. Already here now we have something we call integrations, and these integrations can be like a later class. So it's going to look at identify what the problem is, and I know that it's API error. Okay, so it's trying to fix the correct model name to, because again, so it says now it has changed the name to Gemini Pro. So let's just click on it and type I, and let's see. Okay, so attempt to fix. So again, it will try and think through the problem. If I use Cloud Code, it's very, very fast with Cloud Code. So again, so like this one now, right now is unlimited. So these are the things that you can do. You can see that the Gemini endpoint is outdated. Can you see it? Because of what it was trained on. So now it's trying to fix the endpoint to be sure that okay, it's actually working. So again, let's click on new collection. Let's see. Can you see now? Now it's working straight away. All right. So new connection is a great start. So let's try again. Hi, let me be sure that it's not template is giving me. Okay, how can I help you today? Okay, so recommend 5 books that I can use to implement to fix my UX design process. Right? So it's going to think about it and then it's going to reply me and tell me that, oh, okay, so these are 5 tools I think you can use to implement, fix your UX process. Do you see already? I built a chatbot, right, for free. So people that say that, oh, ChatGPT, they cannot afford ChatGPT, you can literally build your chatbot for free and be using it without needing ChatGPT at all. And you have it for free, 100%. Now, just a bonus, I'm going to deploy this app right now. Okay. And once you click on deploy now, it's going live already. So meaning that I'm going to send this link to you guys and everybody can use it immediately, like right now. You can have a chatbot in less than 15 minutes. If not for all the back and forth, you know that this thing takes less than 15 minutes. So now I can click on this. So I just need to claim my URL and it's very straightforward. Click on it. It's going to tell you to create an account with Lentify. I already have an account with Lentify. I can log in on GitHub like so I can come over here to claim app. So I'm going to go back to this one again. Click on claim your URL, right? And okay, click on claim apps. All right, and you can see now I have my website here, so everybody can go to this place and my app is live directly, very quickly, at no time. So I pasted the link so you guys can get your free chatbot and start chatting immediately, like right now. Has anybody got in there? So these are you can build like a quick chatbot, and we are done with the class. Any questions? Everybody, any questions or no questions? So again, please, both is 100% free between today and tomorrow. You have an idea, go and build something right now. Showcase it, send us your link, let's play with it, right? Again, I'm taking down this API key. I'm going to change the API key, but again, it will be off the call, right? So Dollar said it is working and is literally surprised that it's working. But again, I had an idea that I got with from Perplexity. Then I took the idea to Google Gemini to create the code. I took that code, I pasted it in both, and both gave me something copy and paste from this thing. So now this is the hack. If you want to get a one-to-one design recreation, like literally, like you want to get a one-to-one design recreation, one thing I found is that first of all, I always convert all my designs first to HTML, CSS, and JS. Very important. Then I will now copy and paste it back into something like Bolt. All right. I hope that makes sense. Okay. And I want to see everybody build a simple prototype. So if you have an idea you want to build, create all the screens with HTML, CSS first, then bring them to something like Bolt to what? To rearrange everything and make them together. In fact, if I want to add a paywall, is as simple as this. All I just need to add payment to your project, and then people will start paying me to start using this project immediately, to start using my idea immediately. So it's before that you'll be using 100 years, I'll be many months to have an idea and build it. Now, with something like Bolt, Lovable, you can build that very, very quickly. And you don't even have to stress yourself at all. Like at all. It's like the bare minimum of what you can do, right? So this is an easy way to, like, for example, now if you think of an app that you have to pay for, you can literally come to Bolt and create that app and you don't have to pay, like 100% free, just like that. Okay, remember I said today and tomorrow is 100% free. From now till tomorrow, 100% free for people that are on this call. Again, but if you are watching the video after now, they may have like other set of bonus that will come. But again, if you join the token link, this is what happens. If you join the token link, right, and you refer other people, you get even more tokens. So imagine you refer like a lot of people, right, and then one person now even paid, you are getting 5 million tokens. So meaning that you can have it absolutely free, unlimited, because 5 million tokens is a full customer relationship management app, like the full version. All right, so which is like very, very good. So imagine that you refer to, like, you are able to refer you are also able to get this link and refer to like over 50 people or 80 people, and then you have 10 people there that are paying for it. Out of that 50 people, you are good to go. You don't have to even pay for anything but for the rest of, I don't know, till you use all of the free tokens. Okay, so that is it. So let me just add a bonus option here. So if you look at this code I'm currently working on, or this app I'm currently building, it's also for it's partly for Frema Dojo, but again, it's a collaboration between two groups. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, that's timed out. Okay, so I don't think, yeah, it has timed out. Okay, unfortunately, I will not be able to show the bonus section. That's timed out already. But I wanted to show you that there are ways that you can even use AI to do many more things that is way beyond this video, right? So in the next classes, we are going to be looking at stuff like this. But again, it may be gated, it may be free. We don't know yet. So again, in the coming class, we are going to show this. So thank you so much, guys, for joining this call. Please have a good one. Cheers.